Well done.
God bless you. Thank you kindly. I'll sleep easier now. Henry, I need your help. Everything you need is in the alcove. First, go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start. If you've read the recipe, get back to the bench. All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. What are you waiting for? Pour it in there. So, what did you pour in there?
Water.
Why water? You were supposed to pour in wine. Empty it out and start again. So, what did you pour in there?
Don't worry. I poured wine in there. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. Have you really got everything ready? I only see one bag and you need two. Have you really got everything ready? I only see one bag and you need two. Maybe I ain't seeing right, but don't you have only one bag there? Something's missing. Get them ready now. All right, let's get to it. First, Throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron. Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron. Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in. Come on now, get it finished. Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Here it is.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
I feel quite hungry.
sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotten hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you.
I expect you're right. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now...
Aye. That's the best remedy for many ailments. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else. And we must save Ma from the clutches of his...
who's finally up. Henry! Come and... Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you, too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bajena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had, some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favor you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
So I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I could teach it.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then you shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as you do. So it's no wonder folks find him out. But I understand. Next time I'll come to you. You're not on your own too much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to ride on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you... wasn't here. They catch you, and I dread to think what they do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
We've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the lurch.
That animal is God's gift.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
tell you. I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. But that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his and Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. It was dark.
I saw him, the bastard.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need... Come on, let's get going.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai!
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can...
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
Fight better, that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
I thought we divided up fairly.
Talk about
But that
your
toe rag only gave me the innards. What do you expect?
What was that? Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas must have been back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Nice, delicious. not a bad idea, actually. Let's hear it. Right.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us, too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I was...
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off.
Here's...
Henry tells me you're really a noble.
I hear one of them nomads is an acrobat who does all
Oh?
kinds of tricks.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead. Jesus Christ. Lord
Sheathe that weapon immediately. You see? It didn't even hurt. Now, you can leave that weapon where it belongs.
I thought we divided up fairly. But that...
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? Hold on.
You were attacked by...
What bandits?
We saved you. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle.
You were washing laundry, and these...
That's nice of you. Helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
I can't wait. I hope my uncle don't let me down.
Can't it wait? We've got coin, just...
Oh, why? We'll pay you back over there by the gate. There's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got us, the second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sack. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks, for sure, is less daunting work than fighting bands.
Aye, it's like it or not. Is that clear?
All right.
Glad to hear it. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Ratai.
Ratai. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back of me, but I know this place and...
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be when rich folks get married. That's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat house.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda. And it's him who's... There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they...
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their...
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for...
Will Lord von Burgov be...
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely...
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be...
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a... Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big...
Where can I find...
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me. So don't... But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eye... Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit... Come to mention it. He's sat just round the corner there. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then. You know what they say up...
Oh.
Well then...
Is this the...
In Truscovitz.
You must be doing pretty well then.
I'd be doing a lot better.
I'll go and discuss it with...
And careful with them sacks. Aye, coming right up. It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
What?
I'd like a beer. Oh.
Would I help, of course?
What do you mean? Steal?
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
I fled from Silver Scalets.
Silver Scarlets? You people mine silver there?
Aye. Well, we did. Until Sigismund attacked us.
Bugger me.
He needs coin for his troops, so he goes after the silver. The sly ginger fox. Even the Kuttenbergers surrendered to him not long ago.
Did you lot surrender to him as well?
He'd have had to talk to us first. They just attacked, burnt down the village, and slaughtered most of the people.
I'm sorry to hear that. May God welcome their souls. Thank Christ we've been spared that kind of misfortune so far.
That's because they have silver, and we ain't got shit, Craig.
Good point.
What do they call you, lad?
I'm Henry.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
I'm looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes two of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards. When I'm swamped with work, let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can work in my mill? The job's cleaner.
Oi, I asked him first.
My own pa was a blacksmith, so I spent my whole childhood at the forge. I know how to handle a hammer and bellows.
Bugger me, that's a lot more than the last lot I had. Whenever you're passing by that way, drop into my forge in Takov and ask for Radovan. That's me.
I haven't been here before, and I'd like to learn something.
What's there to say? It's not a bad place.
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much excitement.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your muds. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church worth the name. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him.
I saw.
Aye, he's a right haughty.
If you can get.
I heard there's gonna...
That's right.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though.
Because you weren't...
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Samin and the bailiff? We're all just playthings in God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish.
Trying to sound clever.
All I'm saying is that these petty affairs of men leave me...
So that, even Lord von Burgo himself is going to be at the wedding. And he hardly...
Could someone get to the wedding without an invitation?
Someone? You mean?
Well, I think it might be possible. Use play of light and shadow, a cloak as black as night.
What are you going on about? More Miller's witchery?
All right, all right.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day, so you won't get in without an
So...
The best thing would be to find a job that we needed.
Aye. There's always lots of hands needed. As the hours pass and the guests raise their goblets, they'll lower their guard.
Bugger it. Cut the mysterious horse shit. You'll scare the lad. Look, if I'm satisfied with you in the smithy, I can guarantee...
Or, if you came to help me at the mill...
Keep your nose out, Crazel. The lad wants to work for me. It's his family trade, so don't try to mess with his...
Well...
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or traveling somewhere. And he's powerful, so the only chance of meeting him is at the...
And everybody will want...
I've got to be...
Wait, there's something else I want to ask. What brought you all the way from Scarlet's? And who's that companion of yours?
We were straightforward with you, so don't be...
It's a long story. What I will say is that fella who looks like he sleeps in a dung heap is Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. We were supposed to deliver a message to Lord Bombergov at Trotsky. We set up camp down by the pond, and in the evening we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything, even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Aye, these are evil times. Nothing ever happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
Innkeeper, what's taking so long?
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff's son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
We're messengers from Ratai. We were going to see Lord von Burgov.
You and that other dung heap on...
I swear it's true.
Look, I'm too old. I'll probably forget after a few tanks. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna...
No. I'll just have a...
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
I heard there's...
Aye, that's true. A big affair. Guests from the whole region will come. Even von Berghoff will come. That's how important...
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Berghoff. But I can't get it. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance.
It would only be for a while.
Look, I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff.
Thanks.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, it occurred to me we could roll a few.
Oh, I've got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no... You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us?
You'd have to beat me first.
We'll see about that.
You really are desperate to...
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time. These ones here. Kurva! Bloody dice.
What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
What? Oh, come on! My God!
Bloody hell. You've played...
True.
Thank God we weren't playing for coin.
Well, we were playing for something else.
Well, it's not that easy, you know. I can't just invite every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Only my old man can do that.
You were lying, then?
A bit. But look on the bright side. We had a game, and you didn't lose anything.
Yeah, I didn't win anything either.
You can still get to the wedding as a lackey, if you make an effort.
It's ages till St. Wenceslas's Day, and they don't...
Butcher? Safe? What?
God be with you.
And with you.
I couldn't manage
Greetings.
that size on my own.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
So I noticed. And you took your time coming back to me. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you.
The main thing is, she denied ever...
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure...
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it. I did get something out.
What?
Von Berghoff is about to...
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we...
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Sir Older, the son of a respected nobleman from nearby Semine Fort, is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, the local bailiff. It's the talk of the town. Invitation only, it seems. But getting to the wedding isn't as impossible as it might seem. There'll be lots of jobs to do for it. So we could get there as help for the blacksmith, or miller, and maybe someone else.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of work involved.
Work.
Well, I thought...
I'm sure there are other options.
There's something else we have to sort out first.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. If we both do it...
Lug sacks?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if...
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Look, we're not in any position to pick and choose. So if you want to somehow scrape your way out of this mess, you better forget your airs and graces and make some effort. A bit of honest work won't kill you.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laborator and Bellator. Now, so if you...
If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
What? I talked to that woman.
So it did... The mate is dead.
I did what? Von Burgle. Calm down, young sir. It's there'll be lot.
Why?
Because.
Oh, that's... And that...
Like... Well, there's some...
I noticed that.
We can... If...
No.
I... Come on.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face as if the...
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have, and it wouldn't hurt you for one.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3...
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
So, which do I...
Good question. But it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've...
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labor, it wouldn't be such an offense against divine order as pure blood. Noble state. In short, be so kind as to get to work.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I... I simply cannot.
They say clothes maketh the man.
What do you know about a nobleman's honor? It's not long since I had to drag one, and if I... I mean it.
Suit yourself.
So, come now.
Right.
Well...
If I decided to steal her, would you help me?
I talked to that woman.
So, it didn't... The man is... What?
Von... Calm down. Young Sir Ol... It's the talk. There'll be lots of...
Why should...
Because...
Oh, that's fantastic. And that...
Like I said. Well,
I'm...
There's some...
I noticed that.
We can work... If we...
Look,
I'm serious.
I can't.
It'll be done in a...
That's not the point. People will as if...
Work, and it wouldn't.
Henry, would that be not orator, and now, so it...
So, which do I belong to?
But it turned out that pure in short.
Are you really?
I simply can't.
I'm afraid there's nothing else for it if we're to ever get out of this place. So, Lord or no...
Let them wait. Sacks. It's not long since I had to drag... And if... I mean it.
See...
If I decided to stay there.
I talked to that...
So I noticed. It did...
The mate is... What? Von... Calm down. Youngs, it's the... There'll be what? Because...
And...
Like... Well, There's... I know... We can work... I'm serious.
I can't...
All right, I understand.
I'm glad you...
Although... A couple of sacks.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the
Would that be...
Not orator, laboratory, and now, so if you...
So...
But it turned... You're a pure blood. In short...
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your... As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find... Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be...